All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
We the brothers from the GMS New Orleans coming back at you with another quick lessons do. We like to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutation to the Occams that's pushing the truth and sincerity. Lord, willing this video be edifying first and foremost to the whole elect, then to those that cleave to the body. That was breaking bread, all right, with the Occam prior to getting the lesson started, all right. And we just was pretty much pondering or contemplating on each situation taking on its own demographic, all right. Every situation that we encounter as men of the Lord takes on its own demographic. Just more or less to say, all right, you can't approach every situation with the same mentality, all right. Everything takes a different angle. It takes a different thought, all right, and it takes a different measure of patience, all right, to actually deal with it. Okay, and we as men of the Lord, we want to handle every situation according to righteousness. Now, according to the person or something that's actually obstructing us, will that person, you know, basically give you a fight back or whatever it is? We still have to have the mannerisms or the conduct of what? Of the heavens, all right? So as our conversation is in the heavens, we have to do as much righteousness as we can, regardless of the situation, regardless of who it is, all right? So we're going to get in a lesson about each situation takes on its own demographic, all right? Go ahead. Give me that.
This is the book of Proverbs, it's chapter 16, verse 20. It says, he that handleth a matter wisely shall find good.
Okay, stop right there, all right? It says, he that handleth a matter wisely shall find good, all right? What gives us the token of wisdom? The truth, the parables of understanding, all right? The things, the certainty of this truth, okay? First and foremost, give me Proverbs 22 and 20. I'm gonna while you go that down. Read that again, brother.
Proverbs 16 and 20.
Don't worry about that. That's just a demon. Just let him.
It's Proverbs 16 and 20.
He's getting his last minute of fame anyways. He's almost done, man. Look at E, man. Check him out, bro. You want to give him his little 15 minutes of fame? Because it's almost up. Go ahead.
Proverbs 16 and 20.
Thank you, Lord.
It says, he that handleth a matter wisely shall find good. And whoso trusteth in the Lord, happy is he.
So the Lord gave us instructions, wisdom. Give me 2 Timothy 3 and 16. That's a demon, bro.
All right. I got it.
All right. The Lord gave us ways to trust in him according to what was spoken and what was told. All right. According to his mind and his spirit. And that's why it says happy is he. All right. That trusted in the Lord. But we have to know what actually there is to trust in to go about how we should carry ourselves in the Lord. Go ahead.
This is 2 Timothy 3 and 16. All scripture is given by inspiration of the Most High.
Right, given by inspiration of the Most High. In Job 32, and I believe 8, it says there's an inspiration in man, but it's of the Lord. It's of the what? The Spirit of the Lord. All right, so the inspiration in which we carry judgments out, the way we walk, the things we do, all right, it's inspired by the Lord, man. Meaning what? That inspiration is what? He basically putting the spirit in you. Okay, go ahead.
And it's profitable.
Is what?
It's profitable.
Okay, so when you handle matters, you got to handle matters according to this which is profitable to you. Now tell us what's profitable.
If I could say, we just had a situation right here.
That's right.
Demon showed up, and Jay could have got on him and started cursing him out, but look, we didn't do anything, and he went off.
Yeah, and then again, I mean, they're basically eradicating themselves. We don't gotta actually do it. This word became their own pate is falling upon them. Pate. All right. You know, they are whistleblowers, their mouths is what testifying against them. We okay. I mean, what he gonna really do? He naked, he done been made better.
What can we really do?
Yeah, what can we really do?
What can we really do?
After we curse them out, then go ahead.
All scripture is given by inspiration of the Most High, and it's profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness.
Instructions and righteousness. All right. We was instructed in a way to basically prove ourselves and show ourselves as men of the Lord. And that's why we said with confidence, hey, we believe we the men of the Lord because we handle matters according to what righteousness. And you handle a matter wisely, all right, through wisdom by having these understandings, man. By having this understanding of what the Lord's saying. Go ahead, brother.
Keep going.
There's more.
Yeah, verse 17 is good. That the man of the Most High may be perfect, thoroughly furnished unto all good works.
Unto all good works, all right? That means being complete, knowing how to deal with matters. And we as men of the Lord, we got to deal with matters within and without. That's why we got to walk with wisdom to them that are without and within. You holding it? Come on. That's all times. Lord. Yes, I got you, bro.
Letter to the Colossians, chapter 4, verse 5. It says, walk in wisdom toward them that are without, redeeming the time.
You got it, brother.
Yeah, that's plain, man. As the brother said, wisdom comes from devouring these scriptures and applying it in your daily life. You have to do that whether you're around brothers or whether you're around two-thirds, whether you're around the Edomites, whoever you're around. You have to walk with wisdom because the scriptures clearly tell you how you're supposed to walk around different situations. You just got to apply it.
That's right.
Trust in the Lord.
Hey, Baba Kushal, give me Proverbs 22 and 17 and stay where you at. Man, you know, start at 17, Salaki. I'm a wide already right there.
Yeah.
Start at 17, Salaki.
And this Proverbs 22, verse 17. Bow down thine ear and hear the words of the wise.
There go that wise again. It keeps saying handling a matter wisely. All right, we can't take that lightly. All right, we got to walk upon that with great care. Okay, understand it, huh? Come on, go ahead. Oh, go just finish that. Then I got you.
So Proverbs
I got you.
22 and 17. Bow down thine ear and hear the words of the wise, and apply thine heart unto my knowledge.
So this is the knowledge of the Lord. All right, this ain't no any knowledge, no Joe Blow knowledge that we applying our ear and we bowing down to. Right, we putting ourselves in subjection unto it, putting our face towards the earth, honoring it. All right, carrying it and walking in it accordingly. Go ahead, out. No, there's more. Come down. Come down with the. You're gonna come down to 22, 21.
Verse 18. For it is a pleasant thing if thou keep them within thee.
Right. So if you keep something within you, it can only manifest without. Right. So the Lord, like if you got my word or my spirit within you, all the Lord got to do is put his spirit within us. It'll work itself outward. It was making sense, right? The Lord, because Jeremiah said I couldn't stay. So once the spirit was on Jeremiah, he couldn't keep himself. He couldn't stay. So if you keep, it says a pleasant thing. Remember it said, he that pleases God, happy is he. It's pleasant unto you and unto the Lord. Because you pleasing him in a way that's you're fitted. Well, I was going to say the rest. Go ahead.
For it is a pleasant thing if thou keep them within thee. They shall be withal fitted in thy lips.
Right, your lips are drop knowledge of the Lord. If he has a honeycomb, all right, because it's coming up out of you, all right, from the abundance of the heart, the mouth speak. All right, your spirit is within you. Go ahead, out.
That thy trust may be in Yahweh. I have made known to thee this day, even to thee.
Come on.
Have not I written to thee excellent things and counsels and knowledge?
So, the Lord said, I've written to you inspiration and certain things, and it's excellent. All right, so what's pleasant and make you happy, things happy unto you, when you serve the Lord correctly, happy are you, the Lord have written things within, all right, within and without in the book to have it within us, man. So we could carry it within and without. The Lord is a perfect balance, man. All right, it says that I have, Salaki, have I not written thee excellent things and counsel and knowledge? Now, the Lord said, apply thy heart unto my knowledge, his knowledge. All right. So he wrote excellent things unto us. Go ahead, Ak.
That I might make thee know the certainty of the words of truth.
So we have the certainty of the words of truth. So when we're actually giving these words to people, handling them with situations, doing things, whether it's at jobs, all right, our wives at home, dealing with brothers, there's a certainty of the words of truth in us, man. So it shouldn't be no false things coming out your lip, the fraud, different things like that. You gonna know how to handle a matter according to how it's presented to you. Because all you gotta do is nothing the Bible don't cover. There's not one precept that don't explain something that we're encountering in life. Can y'all brothers agree with that? It's something in the Bible from an account to a precept, something, or wisdom from a fault of our forefathers, or something that tells us how to handle every matter. regardless of how you want to handle it. Oh man, I don't want to go about it this way. There's something in the Bible to tell us this is how you do it. We got an instruction manual for everything. Go ahead, I'm a wife.
That I might make thee know the certainty of the words of truth, that thou mightest answer the words of truth to them that sent unto thee.
So the ones that sent unto you, you're gonna know by the words of certainty how to answer them according to what? How the Lord said, man. All right. Let's get what y'all got, and then we're gonna get that at Sirach 11. You want to mention something on that? Get yours, then yours, then get yours, and we're gonna come back. Oh, that's Sirach 11 and 7. Because there's an examination process we're being filtered through.
Yeah.
All right. To know that we walk in the ways of the Lord. You know what the Lord put forth situations, tests, and different things before us? It's to prove us. Right? Things ain't happening to you for nothing. Patience, call breaking down, gotta give up money you might don't want to give or have. All right, it's all requirements to be like, I gotta try him, man.
Like I say, I don't know, no organization that's running in this fleshly world that doesn't have a trial period.
A trial period.
Yes, you know, when you get on with a job, little do that person know, but you got like a 2-week period where you're being tried. Even in certain jobs where you hands-on, you got a 3-month period, 90 days. You have to get through that period. So how much more with the Lord, and we dealing with the kingdom of heaven?
Yes.
So eternal blessings.
So we don't got it. We ain't on trial 90 days. We on trial every day.
Every day.
That's a good point. So now we can't get to the point where, all right, I made it over the probationary period. Now I'm good. Because Jay gonna perform at his best, right? When eyes is on him. But Paul say, how much more when you ain't in my presence?
That's right, bro.
Especially walking in this, when the Lord, nobody see you. All right, when you with the brothers, you could be a superhero. But when you by yourself, how you carrying yourself? What you doing? How you dealing with matters?
That's right.
You been a nigga getting cornered with everything. I punch this nigga in his fucking mouth. What are you doing? Right? I mean, you know, right? The Lord know. So at the end of the day, we are always clocked in. We don't never have a vacation. Even if we on vacation, we on call. So technically, you never off. A doctor never off because he gotta always save a life. We as men of the Lord we are always in situations of bringing lives back. It say he that winneth souls is wise. But in order to win souls, you gotta have the spirit of the Lord on you.
Right.
The Lord like, go teach my word so I can win the spirit over. It ain't you. It's the spirit of the Lord. All right. You finished? You got
that point you just made. It goes into what I was going to bring out, because during the trial period, what do you got to do? You got to listen. You got to pay attention. Know what the rules are. So when you're on the job, you don't mess up. This is James chapter 1. I'm going to start at 19. Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath. For the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of the Most High. Wherefore, lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and receive with meekness the engrafted word, which is able to save your souls. But be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving your
man. Break down that grafted. Man, you gotta break something down earlier, brother. Go ahead, you got it.
I'll go back from 19. Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath. And like brothers say all the time, you got what? You got 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. You're supposed to be doing more hearing than talking out here.
Twice as much listening than talking.
The more you grow in this truth, the less reactionary you should get. The more you should be able to stand out of a situation and analyze it. And scripture should be coming to your head. And as the title of the lesson goes into what? Reading the room, every situation has its demographic.
Hold that word. Each situation has its demographic. You got it? Go ahead.
I'm just gonna, and with the demographic, you're in a situation, you could be dealing with one set of people in one situation, a completely different set of people from the next. But with this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, you're able to maneuver through any situation.
Hey, that's why the truth require versatility.
That's right.
We know brothers know their strengths. So I'm real strong here. Everybody might have one strength they real strong at.
Right.
We understand that. But what happens when the Lord try you in somewhere your strength ain't strong at right there? Do you just be like, well, Lord, you made me strong here? It's like, nah, man, you can't. You're damn if you doubt it. All right, because like the brother said, for every action, there's a reaction.
Right.
The reaction in football or certain plays, they always show the second lick from the dude, but they never show the other dude who poked him in the stomach. Right? You just see him hitting him and the flag get thrown. All right. So now you're like, okay, when I judge the matter, you just punched him in his jaw. But he was like, he punched me in the stomach. But we as men of the Lord, that's when our wisdom come into play. Like, okay,
right.
my tone or the way that I handle it may be brute, all right, to where it come off. And now we're dealing in a day where people don't understand words of understanding of truth. It's all about everybody wins in a situation. If somebody wrong is two left shoes, they're gonna give them a moral victory and say everybody wins. You right, but like nah. Agree to disagree. All right. So we're in an era to where we're the ones that's considered to be the worst in the judgment because we gave the judgment off that was seen, but they didn't. You know, so we're always watched and we're always judged according to the characteristics and the attributes we carry out and give out, never the people. So you gotta have be cognitive of that as you dealing with matters. Go ahead.
I wanted to say that it's a quote saying, "Experience is the best teacher."
Yeah.
Because like each experience we're going through is teaching us something, or we learning something from it.
Yeah.
So I'm saying even like if there's a wrong experience, or even like we handle it wrong, we know the right way how to approach it.
Yeah.
You know, or even the wrong experience, they teach us like it's the best lesson.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Even like the brother said, each experience, everything teacher experience, but experience ain't the only teachings. And that's how you start to learn versatility. Some things you see, you got to judge like, okay, all right, I see that. And that comes with what? Taking on everything takes its own demographic. Let's get that word. You got more? I'll get after that. Let's get that word.
Demographic, that branch of anthropology which studies life conditions of a people by its vital and social statistics. So you have the word demos, which is people, and you have graphy, which is to write or record. And the ultimate demographic is the Bible. This is the records of the people.
There you go.
Right? The chosen people, the non-chosen people. Within the chosen people, you have the elect. All right, and then you have various captivities, how we're going to behave in different situations.
Right.
You got the book of Acts. That's a record of how we were in Rome. We're in Acts part 2, man. So all you have to do is read Acts and say, okay, this is what was going on in the ministry. So this is what's going on today.
That's the record of our behaviors, man. Of our literally. Like, so now if we behaved in such manners, when you read our forefathers or look to the past of our forefathers in Jeremiah 6:16, they tell us how to act, brother. Right? They tell us what to do. If the Lord say, look, take nothing of the other nations and bring it back, don't bring nothing back. And we go spoil them in what? Appears aching. And get what? Put the debt. You see? Yeah. So we got, like the brother, that's a good point. The brother said it's the book of the records. The records, man. The records of the people. So if you got a record of the people, that's the proof in the history of how to deal with the people. No matter if it's other nations, the Lord say live peaceably with all men if it be possible. All right, if it be possible. Okay, go ahead.
And I was just, just sitting here thinking, and that's why it's extremely important for, brothers to really mind their conduct, because what do you think the angels are recording? You think they just looking at, shit that don't matter? No, they're looking at the men of the Lord, and they're actually recording the things that they do on their daily lives.
When you realize everything count, then you'll take life serious. You see, a lot of people, oh, that's not throwaway. When you start to realize and really understand everything count, you'll take life more seriously. Everybody. Hey, I could take this applies to me as well.
Everybody.
Hey, nobody go around this. What I just said right there. If you start to realize, you don't even got to be in the truth. But start realizing things more serious, impactful outside that can impact you inside. You'll start taking things more serious too, man.
The scriptures actually document how Apostle Paul dealt with Edomites and Romans.
Yes,
bro. That's in the Bible.
That was important though, because it wouldn't be in the Bible. All right, finish what you got. That demographic, finish. So again, this is a lesson on taking, in which we haven't even, gotten to. Well, we have, but the spirit had to go where it go at. But there's even more to actually explain how to deal with each situation according to his demographic, man. All right.
If I could make one quick point, that's why you have the books of Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. All right, they were actually explaining the demographic of
their situation,
of Yahweh Shah
yes,
in their own situation.
Yes,
you see,
but they wasn't dip. It wasn't. It was just more of something.
Yes,
it was the same thing, brother, but it was more. I seen more. Maybe he got distracted right here, but a lot of Christians say, "Oh, they books are different," brother. They not different, brother. That's a good point. Their stories coincide the same, brother. They talking about the same thing in their own way. And that's why when you approach something in life outside of Kaya, you got to handle according to his demographic. You can't say, I'm going to use the spirit of Kaya right here. It don't kind of work that way. Because you're not me, so your mind is registering and clicking differently. But that don't mean it's clicking wickedly, because it's a lot of times I told my cousin this, and he could test it at deep. I was like, he used to get upset that people wasn't thinking like him.
Right.
I say, you know why? Because they don't have the same mind you have. And ever since then, it blew him away. He was flabbergasted, like, I never thought about that. He was like, why they don't think about it like this? Because their mind is registering it a different way.
That's right.
They getting there slower or taking a longer way around, but that don't mean they off. They just thinking about it a different way. So each situation, each man has his own demographic in itself for dealing with matters, man. All right? You can't say I'm gonna handle this like the elder. You could get the experience and see things, but when it come to you, what if it come to you at a different angle?
That's right, bro.
Like you always say, you got to know this thing to be able to teach it for yourself. Because what if a question get asked to you, not according to how it got asked to you in the truth? So now there's a different way to explain it. Like the virgin birth. You might have to start from Matthew and then go around. You can't get to Luke first, right? Because he may be asking you something about Matthew. You got to deal with that. Then go to Luke and show him the account for the angel before that, man. It just happens that way. All right? Or he might be asking you about the sex part. You got to go get to the sex part and then bring them back there to be however it work, man. But you got it, bro. You got it.
Yeah. It mentions, wrath at the end of verse 19 and straight into verse 20. Slow to wrath. Yes. And when you get wrathful, what is that? You're leaning under your own understanding. You're having a mortal moment. You're leaning under the flesh. Hey, just like you were saying, your cousin would get frustrated because he couldn't see how people weren't thinking like him. You were leaning on your own understanding. Yes. And it get like that.
Yeah.
People get you hot, but are you just going to get hot with everybody? Because we're dealing with what? Thousands of different people a day, thousands of different opinions and dispositions. So are you going to fight everybody out there? You going to fight against the world?
Yeah. That's a hell of a point, brother. Because you got to look at your opinion as the next person's opinion. It's opinion. And that's why we deal with facts, because they can't be refuted.
Right.
And even if they be refuted, you can leave it alone because you examine the fact of, okay, I gave him the truth. Now it's on him to wrestle with it. I always tell Jake that. All right, I'm going to tell you the truth and let you wrestle with it. Then what? My job is done. Go ahead, Al.
For the wrath of man, the carnal, worketh not the righteousness of the Most High, not in the spirit. What's it saying? Romans 8. That which is carnal is not of the Most High. Verse 21. Wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness. When you're being naughty, you're not following the script. You're being naughty. You're trying to think of a way to get around something, and receive with meekness the engrafted word, which has been engrafted into our spirit, right? Through the inspiration of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And as you were saying, the scriptures give us the playbook on how to handle every situation. So really, if you're going outside of the scriptures, what are you doing? You're being naughty.
Yeah.
Which is able to save your souls and get you out of any situation you may come into. But be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves.
Even Yahweh side going to account to, he could have been put to death, but he answered, so thou has said. He answered just right. So even in times of death, there's a right answer for that. Even the Lord said, when you know you're in a position of where you're gonna have to answer like I'm gonna be with you. All right, we even understand that too. So it might be a time to not say nothing, and that'll save your life. Then there's a time that saying something to save your life. Paul did it. Paul spoke up when they was about to persecute him and say, I'm a Roman from Tarsus. But that was a what? Another demographic of where he had to apply something that wasn't even totally, well, it was true, but he was an Israelite. You know, like, so you got it.
Hey, he was in the demographic of the Roman centurion.
There you go.
So he had to speak Roman to
As a
them.
Roman.
He had to speak what they understood. Oh, citizenship? Oh, I'm a citizen
I'm a
of Rome.
citizen of Rome.
Oh, you're a citizen? Well, I can't just handle you any way I want to handle
You
you.
handled it wisely.
And you made a beautiful point before we started the camera. It's like, check it again. I'm gonna just reread it. But be ye doers of the word and not hearers only. You said it gets more than just reading the scriptures.
Yes.
Like it's more than just reading the book. This isn't just something you read on the side and oh, that I enjoyed the little story I got from that. This is knowledge that has to be applicable to your daily life.
Yeah,
On the work
brother.
training, just on the work.
That's
On the
it.
job work, yeah, kind of.
Con, you mentioned something about being naughty and in your wrath, dealing with matters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, bring that out, Kabal.
It's Sirach 11,
You got
verse
more?
7.
Oh no.
Blame not before thou examine the truth.
Right, so we really can't even blame nothing until we examine the truth. We say a mighty deal of counsel, right? The Lord gave us ears to hear counseling amongst brothers, different things. So even if you gotta do that in the truth, why not apply that to the world? Wouldn't what work in the world in the truth? It probably would work in the world, right? All things ain't gonna work, but if Jake thought of applying it that way, like, you know what? I'm gonna just hit his, I'm gonna hear him out. And then you ain't blame nothing before you heard the truth of the matter. The truth was, man, I was wrong. He might admit all his faults. Then you'd be like, hey, brother, don't do it no more. Hey, everything is good. I'm okay. And then you can move on. But there's a way to actually, you can't blame before you examine what's the truth. The truth is just what's the truth. All right, go ahead, brother.
It said, blame not before thou hast examined the truth.
This the head button.
Understand first.
Understand first. Right? So that's universal. Do we have to say, well, that just ain't the truth, brother? You gotta you gotta be understanding of them that without too. Like, I need to understand that. I need to say whatever he say or be okay with him so I can get on. Right? Sometimes you gotta give a person anything to get everything.
Don't be reactionary.
Don't be reactionary. And at the end of the day, you'll be okay. All right, go ahead.
Understand first and then rebuke.
And then rebuke. So before you get wrathful, understand the truth first, then rebuke. Start dealing with the matter, or being like, all right, then correct it. Because people take rebuke is a bad thing. It's really correction. When have correction ever been wrong? Do it really matter how correction comes? They could be like, well, bro, see, when you correct me, you need to correct me this way. But what about the correction? Right? What about that first? That's all rebuke is. Rebuke could be pleasant to your soul, but I don't like the way he gave it to me. All right? Well, we're not going to like everything the way we get it. We haven't did that in life. We could get something that's pleasing our spirit and really don't be that much pleased by how we got it. It works both ways, man. All right, go ahead, brother.
Answer not before thou hast heard the cause. Neither interrupt men in the midst of their talk.
Because you ain't gonna be able to understand or know what's going on. So when we're in different demographic, especially different people, if we in a Chinese, a Chinese person,
Chinese set.
a Chinese setting, a mix-up. They having a total mix-up. Yeah. Ask them to speak English, right? So you could be like, well, I don't really know what you're saying. I asked for no shrimp, man. Well, can you explain what you're saying to me? And they might just do it. Well, we're saying we didn't put shrimp in it. Well, say it in English. All right. So we can what? We can understand it first, man. All right. It says, answer not before thou hast heard the cause. Need to interrupt men in the midst of their talk. And that's how you understand the demographic of what's going on around you. Go ahead,
Yeah, this Proverbs 25 and 11. and it reads, "A word fitly spoken."
Yep.
Is like
It's on time.
apples of gold and pictures of silver.
Yep.
And if you just imagine you have a picture of silver, and if you have a golden apple, no matter where it is in that picture, that apple is going to stand out.
Stand out.
So that's the same as, you know, being. Let me get this second verse so you know can be explained better. This is verse 12. It says, "As an earring of gold and an ornament of fine gold, so is a wise reprover upon an obedient ear." All right, and I want to point out that it said a wise reprover, okay, not just a reprover, like the brother was saying. You know, hey, you have to use wisdom. Wisdom must be applicable, all right, in all of these situations that we're using. You see, that way it can be pleasant unto that person, all right, and ultimately so you can get out of that situation.
You know, yeah, that's one of my favorite scriptures.
Kind, you put me on now.
Like, because now you understand the matter of the picture.
That's right.
And again, I still got that. A picture speak 1,000 words. I got a lesson set up for that, man. Art imitates life. All right. So we're artists. We're cunning craftsmen. We favorable people, as it says in Daniel. We're dealing with the art of the Lord, man. And the Lord is the most artistic. I can't even begin to put him in a box. There it is. Look at all this creation. Okay, this is what it is. But like the brother said, a wise reprover upon an obedient ear. But sometimes ears are hard.
That's right.
You got to make them obedient. All right. If you say the right words in the season, then it'll make the ear obedient.
That's right.
That's what happened to us. We was transgressors. We was hard. But we heard a wise word in the season, and it made us have obedient ear. Like, whoa. Because when you stop to actually listen to something, you're being obedient. Whether you want to see it that way or not, while you're opening your ears, that's the first stages of being obedient. All right. Now, when you start to hearken and listen and actually be applicable and you apply it, now you're starting to be obedient. Go ahead, brother.
This is Proverbs 13 and 14. The law of the wise is a fountain of life to depart from the snares of death.
Right. The wise has the fountain of life to depart from the snares of death. The snares of death is the traps we put ourselves in that can overthrow us. That leads us to sin. That leads us to the airing off our spirits, man. All right. So we got a fountain of life, all right, that we're supposed to drink out of. Go ahead.
Good understanding, give it favor.
Good understanding, give it favor. All right. You're in certain when you're in a certain demographic, good understanding gonna give you favor in it, man. All right. It says when thou is in the way of thy enemies or something like that, it says give them easy words or something like that. Salaki.
Soft words.
So turn away wrath. Right? But do it mean to be like, guys, I really love you? Like, it don't mean that, man. It just mean to have the right words, all right, not being brute with your words or forceful. Forceful words is what make people have wrath. If you have somebody with wrath and you talk to them sensible, the elder brother, Yakana could attest to that. He was like, one time Tim was dealing with a man that was irate, and nobody got irate with him. They just were letting him buck and blow. And then they'll just talk to him regular and normal. Well, you know what? We can just fix the grass right here.
That's
The
it.
grass was, he had to ran the grass up. He said, we'll just send some guys over to fix the grass. But y'all shouldn't have did. He said, we'll have them here first thing in the morning. But I don't care. He shouldn't have never rolled. And we also give you no discount. We do it for free. Well, it's just, I don't know what got over me. Yeah, because it was nothing to argue with. All right. You had no base. The base, we should always control the base because we are the smarter people or the more wiser person in the situation. Go ahead, Al.
Good understanding, give it favor.
It give favor. Go ahead.
But the way of transgressors is hard.
So the way of transgressors is hard. So any way they going, it's gonna be a hard way. They're a hard way of telling you I'm sorry. Then Jake will step on your shoe. My fault, dog. Like Jake would never say apologize. My bad, my nigga. Like, brother, just say I'm sorry. I apologize, bro. It was my fault. All right, go ahead.
If I can say, and that's ultimately why the men of the Lord usually gain a friend after they reprove a man with soft words.
Yeah.
Handle a situation lightly, because that person will be like, damn, I expected you to react this way.
Yeah, but you didn't.
What is it that you doing you know, that got you so calm, and they want to inquire.
Yeah.
You gain a friend.
Yeah.
You know?
It says it's better to have friends. I think it's Sirach, what, 16:1? But give or take, I don't think it's 16, but it says better it's better to be a friend than become an enemy. You know what I'm talking about? In Salaki. It's not 16:1, it's 16:1. I think it's unprofitable children. If I with the children, but it's
It's actually in Sirach. Yeah.
Oh, you're in there?
That's what that's talking about.
Okay, come.
Children.
If I could say, that don't mean, you know, Jake is out here being friendly. Let's just, you know, get that straight. They might think you know, they friend, but at the end of the day, you want to just get out that situation, you know?
It says instead of enemy becoming a friend or something like that. You got it? You got to find out.
I got it.
Continue where you're reading. You got it? Go ahead.
It's Sirach 6 verse 6.
It's
verse
6.
1.
Yeah, it's 6:1.
Yeah, 6.
Yeah, come.
Instead of a friend, become not an enemy.
See?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, that's for you. Read it one more time.
It's
Get it right.
Sirach 6 verse 1. Instead of a friend, become not an enemy.
Yeah, scripture, look at the men of old. Look at Abraham. Abraham had favor amongst the heathens. You know, he went, man, I'm an Israelite, you know, no, he wasn't like that. He was and what did he get? He got good favor from them. You know, that's why Jake can go in these different Arabic stores and things like that. Oh, hey, my friend, just take this. You know, it benefits you more, to apply the scriptures,
to have a friend than an enemy.
You know,
you would rather have more friends than enemies.
You get it.
Man. Hey, you make, because Jake be sometimes in the truth, Jake be going hard in the truth to be like, I'm making my family my enemies, I'm making everybody my enemies. But Yahweh never made these people his enemies, brother.
That's right, brother.
He wasn't just out here making enemies. Now, as he taught the word, different things, those enemies start to come forth because he was shining light on the darkness of their wickedness. But before that, these people wasn't total enemies because they didn't know who he was or what his message was.
And Yahweh knew they was enemies.
They knew him
before they even came up. He didn't get prideful and be like, I know this nigga my enemy. You know, I'm gonna talk to him. No, he already knew they was his enemies.
Even within the house. Look at Judas.
Yes.
He ain't never dealt with Judas.
Right.
Think about it. He knew Judas. He said, he that dippeth his hand in his bread shall also betray me. He knew it. And you ain't never heard nothing where he washed Judas' feet, right? He washed. Brother, think about all what he was doing. He's like, this nigga gonna betray me, I'm gonna wash his feet.
Still, I'm gonna feed him, you know?
Right? So even with the ones he knew would come up on him, he still dealt in such a way.
That's right,
all right? He dealt with a way that wasn't, because the way of transgressors are hard. They won't deal with things hard, man. All right? We want what? Knowledge is easy to him that understand it. So once you understand how to use knowledge, if things become easy to you, man, it's easy to just put this in place. All right, this go here, think this, think that. I'm always telling you to think, brother. Go ahead, out.
Verse 16. Every prudent man dealeth with knowledge.
That's it. It didn't say what over here, brother. Every prudent man. Your prudence, your insight, is your wisdom. All right, in Proverbs, is it 19:11? One of my favorite scripts. All right, it says, a man prudent. You own it, man. Go ahead.
Proverbs 19:11. It says, the discretion of a man.
The discretion.
His anger.
It deferred his anger. The discretion, man. That's why he started to deal with knowledge. That word discretion going to your prudence. Yeah. That's what it is. Your wisdom and your insight. The knowledge in which you've been instilled. Go ahead, Doc.
It says, and it is its glory to pass over a transgression.
But transgressors, the way of transgressors is hard. But the righteous, it says good understanding give favor. But the way of transgressors is hard. It says, but it what? Pass what?
It says it is its glory to pass over a transgression.
That's how you deal with matters, man. All right? That's it right there with that.
He said the bad, yes.
He better be alive.
This is backing up the point on everything you pretty much been going into on how to deal. This back in Colossians 4, the brother read 5, but 6 is a good point. It says, let your speech be always with grace, seasoned with salt, that ye may know how ye ought to answer every man. And in the NLT, it says, let your conversation be gracious and attractive, so that you will have the right response for everyone. You see, you have to have the right response.
Read that again. Come with that one again. Come with that one again.
It says Colossians 4:6 in the NLT. It says, "Let your conversation be gracious and attractive, so that you will have the right response for everyone."
Hey, that conversation, get it where it says the wisdom from beneath is sensuous and is devilish. You know what I'm talking about? But that which is up top is what peaceful is easy to live with. Y'all got it. You got it. Go ahead, make your point. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off, brother. My
But
bad.
no, I'll just backing up the points you've been making, because you have to know how to deal with certain people. Like you said, the dude was like, he was being all rowdy, but everybody just kept calm.
Yeah.
So you got to have the right response to people. You got to be able to use the wisdom in order to make the most of the situation, so that what you said, the step of this demographic goes the right way.
It goes the right way.
The Lord, man.
That's right.
You got it.
Everything is situational. Jake ain't figured that out yet. Yeah. Everything is situational. Whether it's a aggressive situation, it's mediocre, it's mild, it's tempered, it's rafty, if that's a word. Huh? Right? Because you're dealing with all different personalities and attitudes, especially at work. Meet a lot of people. Do everybody approach you the same way? But how your approach is, it be the same. And there you go. Because like, okay, this approach has worked for me. So if you do it work. Like, why Jake would go outside of certain things and try to get fancy and be deep, and I'm gonna attack this. Sometimes, brother, it's just the milk. The milk always work. It's going to work. All right? Whether he receive it, could get it or not, it don't matter. All right? You got it?
It's,
You holding something? We're going to get yours.
James chapter 3, verse 15. It says, "This wisdom descendeth not from above."
You got to start up.
Start at 13. "Who is a wise man and endowed with knowledge among you? Let him show out of a good conversation his words with meekness of wisdom."
Go ahead.
Right, meekness of wisdom, man. Not exalting yourself, pat yourself on the back, how many scriptures you know, how many precepts you memorize, and then bringing it out in Walmart. Just being
what you doing? Why?
Why do that?
Who want the truth in Walmart? Because I almost said nobody don't want it in there, brother. We know that demographic. You see, so you know what? We don't go in there with fringes on. Why? Why target yourself? Why these people social skills, right? And different things, they don't apply to heavenly conversation, brother, and a scroll field. It just don't. And guess what? That's okay, because we want to be more in a demographic of heavenly things, but we know we deal with the more worldly things than heavenly things. We more in the world than we around the brothers out. Go ahead,
If I could say real quick,
got
it says in Sirach, it says, make not much speech when somebody's playing music.
Yeah.
So what? You're not in the right situation.
Yep.
You're not in the right demographic. There's a particular, like, again, with Walmart, people at Walmart, they just there to get in and get out. They pissed off.
And still, let's say everything, brother.
Still,
like you don't leave nothing out there doing things. Go ahead.
they not looking to learn going into Walmart.
Exactly.
That's the last thing they're looking to do.
Yeah. And don't speak during music, because the music blasting. With it, it's gonna be blah, 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 won't. Like, that's another way to look at it, brother.
Preaching a club.
If I pull out with the music blasting and you talking how you talk, what, brother? Huh? It'll get more offensive because I'm gonna be screaming at you. The person listening to the music talking loud, by default, it's like, I don't really hear you. Bro, that ain't a way to have a conversation, brother. You messing up the music too. Like, but I was listening to this, I'm trying to rap the rhythm of the beat or however you, come on, brother, the melody is off. Go ahead, brother.
It says, "But if you have bitter envying and strife in your hearts, glory not and lie not against the truth. This wisdom descended not from above, but it's earthly, sensual, devilish."
Go ahead.
Yeah, so the wisdom that's of this world is sensual. All right, it's based on what you can see, touch, feel. This wisdom is based on knowing that this place is going to be destroyed. There's a world that we can't see, but it's being built up right now. And that's from above. So if you so-called have wisdom, you should be more leaning towards the kingdom of heaven, all right, the world to come, not this world that you see as perishing.
That word sensual, real quick, says carnal, concerning the body in distinction from the spirit or intellect. Go ahead, brother. Affecting the senses, right? Emotional, endowed with feeling, So how can you translate something to somebody who endowed in their feelings, brother? It go to being carnal. Jake won't lay hands on you. You trying to tell Jake don't wear the fringes, wear these. Then opening the video to him in Walmart, say, brother, gotta be down in your ankles, and brother, the dude gonna punch you in your face, brother. Go ahead, Out. That's it.
Look at this real quick. Verse 17.
It say lewd and unchaste, devoted to voluptuous pleasures, sensual. Go ahead, Out.
It says, but the wisdom that is from above is first pure,
Come on.
then peaceable, gentle, and easy to be entreated.
Easy to be entreated. All right. Bogus said that word entreated, received. Is it more or less received?
Yeah.
I looked into I knew the definition. It slipped my mind right now, though.
And when you treat somebody, you begging them to accept something.
Yeah, to accept it. Right, to receive it or take it in. Yeah. You got it.
It says full of mercy and good fruits,
Uh-huh.
without partiality and
Yeah.
without hypocrisy.
Without a problem, you got it.
Yeah, hypocrisy is basically you trying to tell somebody else how to be
Waste of
righteous
time.
when you're wicked. You're trying to tell somebody else how to be wise, but you're a fool.
Sum it up. It's a waste of time.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
You're wasting time. Yeah, you know, but you was right on what you said. All right. That's it. Go ahead, Out. Oh, you got yours? Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, you grab yours out there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, perfect. You guys can move it at the bar. Block star one it down. So whatever y'all got, I'm wide. Whatever y'all got.
This is Romans 12 and 18. If it be possible, as much as life.
Start at 17.
This is Romans, this is Romans 12. Sorry. This is Romans 12.
Man, go to
and 17.
16, brother.
This is Romans 12 and 16. Be of the same mind one toward another. Mind not high things, but condescend to men of low estate.
Now, everybody, listen, brothers. This is gonna be imperative when I say this. Everybody that don't have the wisdom that we have are in a lower state. Would y'all agree with that? They're automatic in a lower state than us. We're gonna get that out the way. And I say that humbly because they don't know how to have decorum. They don't know how to counsel. They don't deal with knowledge.
They're ignorant.
They're ignorant, brother. All right. Is that Jacob said there's no slight on them? It is a slight. All right, because we are the men of the Lord. We believe we're the men of the Lord. All right, so they're automatic in a what? Low estate than us. It don't matter how you won't do it, even though you might have an Edomite or somebody over you or Jake over you at the job, he a foreman, he under you because you got the knowledge of the Lord. All right, these scientists, they're under us. These scribes, they're all under us, brother. They don't know what we know. All right, they have an inkling of it, but at the end of the day, we are endowed with the Holy Spirit. All right, y'all are not. Yeah, y'all know the things of the Lord, but we know these things in spirit. Y'all know them in the flesh. All right, it's a difference.
We know why you know those things.
We know
because the
why
Lord
you
put
know.
you in that
There you go. All right, and the same with us. We put in a position too. All right, go ahead, Out.
Be not wise in your own conceit.
Be not wise in your own conceits. Oh, look at this in another translation. The word conceits. And don't think you know it all. In the NLT, live in harmony with each other. Do not be proud to enjoy the company of ordinary people. And don't think you know it all. All right. So we don't know it all. The Lord said we know in part and prophesy in part. So we can't get proud, but we have the heavenly knowledge. All right. We have more than them. Okay, but do that make us such this great person? Because tomorrow we can be just like them. So the Lord, like, you better condescend of men of lower state, because some of my men of the elect is still out there. You got to deal with them according to such, man.
That's right.
All right, even the men in lower state in the truth, right? Are we all in the lower state because we all humble and low? We have all bowed our face down. So technically, we got to all be that way. It says have the same mind one towards another. That's why you got to condescend, because that man is automatically supposed to be condescending to you. All right, you have to do it. You got to get low to even receive me. You see? But go ahead, Out.
Verse 17. Recompense to no man evil for evil.
Right, no man evil for evil. That didn't say just men in the truth, right? We can defend ourselves in different things, but the way to actually go home is to not even have a fight with a nigga. well, a nigga punched me in my face. There's always a justification why I can punch him. And now your jaw hurt, but you're a man of the law. He still punch you in the face, though. Well, I got off on him, I can. Man, look, the whole goal is we gonna all the way avoid the fight. That's who really won, right? That's who really, really won. I don't want you to test my jaw. My shit might be weak, but I might have a weak chin. We're in the flesh. I ain't working my chin out, for sure. And working that thing, I ain't, but I'm just chin.
Chin up.
Hey, but you got Jake that actually do chin ups. Like, but I ain't working my shit out. I don't need Jake touching my jaw, brother. My chin, brother. Respectfully. But go ahead,
Provide things honest in the sight of all men.
In the sight of all men. All right? And this is about to knock it off right here. Okay, being honest is just having that long suffering, that fruit, just, hey, brother, if I'm talking to Edomite, only thing on my mind is you going in captivity anyway. But I'm gonna answer this question that you're asking me. But at the end of the day, you're going. Y'all gotta get ready for slavery. Okay, yeah, you got off on me. You said some shit on you goddamn niggers. I'm at work answering Edom. The only thing in my mind is I'm gonna do this right here, right? And you ain't gonna get me to do something that's out my integrity and character anyways. But I'm gonna do this because I'm at work. I need my little daily bread. But every time I see them and they talk to me, all I ever think about is scripture should be popping in your head. 13 and 10. All I'm thinking about is you going in captivity, brother. And you ain't my brother. But go ahead, That's the only thing be at the end of my mind when I have a conversation with them. Even if they gave me a raise, I come out there, you going to slavery. Brother, when I get out the office, I feel a little good, but I still say it don't matter. He going to slavery because he could have gave me more. Nigga done been in a, but I done been in a meeting like that where he told me he could give me more and didn't give it to me. I say, man, you going to slavery. Like, in all honesty, brother, he done told me, but I want you to have your uniform shirt on a little more. Brother, so you go, but that's neither here nor there. I'm just vet. Go ahead.
Say real quick, hey, he didn't give you a raise. The Lord gave you a raise.
Exactly.
That's the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding.
The Lord made you give me that and didn't give me this. Because if he wanted you, he made you give me all that. Go ahead,
I would say too, yeah. Why they giving us more raise? We thinking we're gonna put more work on.
We're gonna put more work on you. More feathers.
Raise those feathers to iron on.
Yeah, you're a good worker. You got this going on. I'm thinking, them feathers gonna be cold. Go ahead,
Verse 18, if it be possible,
That's
as
it.
much as lieth in you.
Now, what lied in us? The Spirit of the Lord lied in us. That's the depth of, that's the end of us, right? Right? If it be possible. So there's a possibility according to the demographic. All right. If Jake all over you, man, you should have, I don't know how you should have been in that conversation, brother. Yeah, but it happens, but I'm just saying, get out of it the best way you can, bro. Go ahead,
Live peaceably with all men.
Live peaceably with all men. That's everybody. Handling your demographic accordingly, man. Yeah, you can't just run Edom down. He's going to put you in Edom jail. Yeah. And you're going to have a warden over you that might visit you in that bitch when it's nighttime and it might beat the shit out you. And you can't hear screaming in the walls, but the walls thick. And you're screaming, the devil, they beat me. And they just beat the shit out you when you go to jail. All right, so, live peaceably, man. We're in this man's kingdom. Yeah. Right? Yeah, I wish I say give Caesar what? We got to live peaceably with them to a certain degree. But give the Lord what's the Lord. That's it. All right? We're going to go ahead and take it out with you.
No, that was it. That was perfect to take us down right there.
That's it. Straight.
I got one fast.
Come on, go on, kill it out.
Proverbs 16.
That's a rough saying. It's a lucky, brother. Go on, take it. Take us out the video. Yeah, you gotta, Jake saying kill and Jake could cut that out and say they killing people, So for the listeners or other viewers, all right, AI scoffers, all right. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? he basically taking a precept out to end the lesson. Go ahead, Doc. It's hard, bro.
There's a Proverbs 16, verse 7. When a man's ways please the Lord,
Come on.
he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him.
Yes, bro. You got it, Doc. That's the way to kill it.
That's where we end up.
Oh,
He said,
take it out.
God, as long as it pleasing the Lord by following, conducting ourselves according to the scriptures, he go make our enemies at peace with us.
You, and what the video started off with, he that please is happy as he, or something like that. Now, they that right? So read it again. It started and ended. The Lord cold, bringing it back around. Go ahead.
Chapter 2.
Same chapter.
Proverbs 16, verse 7. When a man's ways please the Lord, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him.
Go ahead, Doc.
Like, yeah, as long as we conduct ourselves righteously according to the scriptures, even our enemies, they gonna be at peace with us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't gotta worry about, this and that happening to us. Hey, as long as the Lord with us, and we good.
It can't be against us. Who can be against us? And that's how you handle every matter in every demographic, bro. Each situation take on its own demographic. I could have got into different situations and going in and dissecting it, but why? All right, this is the basic fundamentals of handling every demographic, no matter what. People's social skills, all right, their physical energy, their knowledge concerning things that they have, all right, because the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, man. We got the knowledge of righteousness, so I don't know what other people got. So nigga, you ain't got nothing. But go ahead, out.
Hey, to the brothers out there that have this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, whatever room you're in, you're the smartest man.
You're the smartest man in the room.
And the smartest man in the room in the whole building, you're the smartest man in there.
So would it kill you for everything that lied in you to conduct yourself as such? That's it. And listen, it ain't gonna be I didn't explode it like a dynamite before.
Hey,
which one of y'all brothers put the video in there with the man with the dynamite that used it wrongly? And what's that? Bro, he had a dynamite, a TNT. Yeah, bro, listen, brother, he lit the dynamite like a firecracker and it blew him up. His partner was in the car and let him out and he got on the sidewalk. When he blew himself up, his little partner pulled off. Oh. Like you killed you.
You got to show me.
But that's a demographic to where bro, he had a dynamite team. It wasn't a Black Cat firecracker. And he blew his whole body up. but again, that's beautiful. Because it looked like it was Edom, right?
I have to go back.
I'll put it in there. You got it? I think it was Edom. But like the brother said, that's pretty much the point, bro. Lord willing, this video was edifying, first and foremost, and hopefully, first and foremost to the hopefully elect, then to those that cleave to the body. So with that, we want to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutation to the Agams that's pushing the truth and sincerity. To the next time, I want to say Shalom.
Shalom.